Mr. Covarrubias is having instructional expert Jim Knight observe his class so he can gain feedback on the classroom management strategies he is employing and explore new strategies that will help him increase student engagement.
We have to keep them engaged.
Looking for engagement, what's it look like?
You know, I'm real careful to look at the body language.
I liked sort of the noble way you communicated with the students. And that I like it isn't so much as just how it felt to me. I have some ideas about engagement, but I want to put them in the context of what I saw here when you started this activity.
Really important.
Okay, right there. I like the fact you had them all raise their hand.
Ben did try. I appreciate that. Thank you, Ben. Good job. Try.
I want to encourage them to try.
Right.
To try.
Right.
You know, they may be a C student, but they're trying, they're going to be fine.
The power of yet.
Rule number 1, curiosity comes first.
Growth mindset, the idea that abilities can be developed. They engage deeply. Their brain is on fire with yet. In 1 year, a kindergarten class in Harlem, New York, scored in the 95th percentile on the National Achievement Test.
If you emphasize that a student is smart, then they might be afraid to take a risk and not look smart. When it comes to controlling a class, people can really want to love the kids and they let go of the structure. And people can really want to have structure and they let go of the love. But you seem to do both. You need a structure, that you need things to run smoothly, and then things can really happen. And you have both going on.
Well, thank you. Thank you. You know, we work hard here, but you know.
Rule number 2, embrace the mess.
Another word for evil genius would be, let's see what my popsicle says. What name am I going to get? Diana.
What a person has to do is go rattle, 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 and then everybody stops and looks because out comes the popsicle stick, and they might be the one who's going to get the question.
That's a great, phenomenal idea. You know, that's the things I'd love to hear, because the small little nuances that will change my whole class.
How did you figure all that out? Is that from training or?
Often in group, adults as groups, they sit there, they get a group task, and they sit there and they kind of just stare at each other. But no one's really given a task. So I was thinking if a group of adults can't figure their roles out, how have a group of seventh graders do it?
I've seen a lot of classrooms. In the vast majority of classrooms I've been in, they don't come close to how positive you were with the kids. Your positives were way higher than your corrections.
Keep them on task.
What was going through your mind when they were working on the task? Were you afraid they weren't engaged?
Yeah, you know, a small group is something I really like to work with, but it's not something I've mastered yet. It's like
Just look at these kids. They are really engaged in that activity at the start of the activity. Where I was thinking there's room for something to do is the last part of the activity.
And rule number 3, practice reflection.
Okay.
So what you can do is, and this is a thing that my friend Randy Sprick taught me, is you can build in some second activity. He calls it cushion time.
Okay.
So in other words, once you get your paragraph done, here's what your second task is going to be.
My hopes are to get the quieter ones talking and the leader roles to come out. I was wondering what you thought about that.
I think that's a great idea. And sincerely as I could be, as I watched you teaching that class, what I felt really encouraged for kids.